What's up, guys? So I'm going to show you my protein shake. A lot of people are like, I don't really like whey protein, or I don't like the chocolate flavor, or they just taste too chalky, or just they don't like the flavor. So I'm going to show you a couple tricks. What I have in the cup here is a banana, a little bit of ice, and notice my water is not very much. I do as minimal water as I can. You can also do almond milk if you want. I just find that a little bit of water is good for me. I learned during my prep is I'm going to use a little bit of avocado, about half avocado. Sounds like, ew, who puts avocado in a protein shake, but it gives it a really nice texture. Pre-slice it before I put it in. Kind of chop it up so the blender don't have to do very much work. One scoop of protein goes in. So powdered peanut butter goes in. Another thing you'll notice is, if you see right here, I put the powder on the top, water on the bottom. Okay, but this just keeps the powder from sticking to the bottom. You know how if you put it in first, it kind of gets clumped up on the bottom. So make sure you go water, your ice, your banana, avocado, and then your powder. So you can see that it's just so much more creamy. It's not moving around a lot. Sticks on there. I finish it with a straw. Oh yeah. Alright, Dre and I are going to go for a hike. And what else, Rob? What do you think? We might run. We'll see. See how our little chubby bubby does, huh? Too serious. When he's in the front seat, watch out, because he's too serious. He's a good boy. Handsome though. He's so handsome. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Alright, I'm ready now, I ain't gonna fall back down now. Alright, I'm take it on me, baby. Alright, I ever ask, are you gonna be my lover tonight? But take it with me. What if I left, then it made no sense? And you tell your friends and they hold your hands, baby, never mind. If I left, then it made no sense. And you tell your friends and they hold your hands, baby, never mind. If I left, then it made no sense. And you tell your friends and they hold your hands, baby, never mind. If I left, then it made no sense. And you tell your friends and they hold your hands, baby, never mind. Alright, I'm ready now, I ain't gonna stop right now. Alright, take it on me, ooh baby. Alright, I ever ask, do you wanna see my fire tonight? Take it with me, What if I left, then it made no sense? And you tell your friends and they hold your hands, baby, never mind. What if I left, then it made no sense? And you tell your friends and they hold your hands, baby, never mind. What if I left, then it made no sense? And you tell your friends and they hold your hands, baby, never mind.
What and how did you get into the fitness industry?
My fitness journey started actually back in high school. I played year-round sports, except for my sophomore year, injured my knee. We'll talk about that story later. Going into college, I got a scholarship to play basketball. I played for about a year and a half. Decided that that's not really what I wanted to do. Came back home for the summer, and that's actually when I met Damon. And during that summer, spent a lot of time in the gym. He's kind of introduced me to a lot of it, and I just it was easier for me, less painful on my knees, my legs. I started seeing results and I was hooked. So that's kind of what opened the door for that pursuit. Moved back home, started working at a gym, decided I don't want to work at the front desk forever, so started working on getting my certification. So I got certified and I went to Las Vegas for it's called Ideal World. There, while I was there, I actually won a pull-up competition and I set the record for that. A couple months later, after the IDEA convention in Las Vegas, I got an email asking if I wanted to be sponsored by a supplement company. And then that led into another sponsorship, and now I'm sponsored by Run Everything Labs, and it's Dana Lynn Bailey's company, her and Rob Bailey's company. Which is the funny part about it is I have, even when I first started, I always looked up to Dana. The first time Damon showed me her, I realized that's what I want to do, and that's another inspiration that I had. We admire what they do, what their companies are about, and just like the kind of people they are. They inspire others.
Driving home from Oregon like a year ago, like 2 years ago, and I was driving back and we were watching the adventure tour because Dana and Rob and Austin were traveling through the United States, and they're, I think, in LA or something like that. And so I was driving back from Oregon. We had watched them the day before, and I was driving through Eureka, and I seen their tour bus. So I called Shelby, was like, come up here, leave work. She's like, I can't. I was like, just leave, trust me. And she got up there, and it was Dana Lynn Bailey and Rob Bailey, which was cool. And then she gets sponsored by them, like, was it 2 years later?
2 years later. Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah. So they told me DLB and them, their tour bus, because we've been watching the tour, that they were in our town because we're from such a small area. I didn't believe him. And so as soon as he told me, I'm like, no way, you're lying. And so I ended up leaving work, like mid-shift. Went up, she signed my book because I bought her Olympia prep book, and I started keeping track of my own journal. She signed it. I got to like sit down with her, talk to her, and get a picture with her. So I was so starstruck.
And we like them because they're like, they used to be more in the town and expos and stuff, but they're more, like where we live, it's more redwoods and trees and lakes, and that's what they're doing now, is living out in Montana, enjoying the tree life, the hill life.
Yeah. So my favorite hobbies, I love to obviously work out, but riding bikes, I've recently gotten into that. This last year I got my own bike. Another thing I like to do with snowboarding is I do that in the winter. I haven't got to do that as much as I'd like this past couple of years. I'm also a full-time student, finishing up my degree this next year. Cooking, I love to cook. I watch Food Network channel. Damon probably gets sick of me, but
it's actually funny because when at her first show 2 months ago, she always does her cardio and watches Food Network channel, and some girl put, when she went on stage, it was like, I love to watch Food Network while doing cardio. Yeah. We thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know, I just love food, and food is a huge part of who I am and what I do. So any tricks I can learn, I feel like that's just make me better at what I do. Besides cooking, I also grew up riding motorcycles, and I haven't done that in a couple years, but that's another thing that I grew up racing, and Damon did too, so we really love doing riding side-by-sides and quads and dirt bikes. So someday I am going to get a street bike. Damon says no, but I do want one. For hanging out with us. We are trying to put these videos up as much as we can, but we hope you guys enjoy them, and we'll see you soon.